Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. What's the story? Let me take... okay, go ahead.
Yes, so the Ogun State Police Command say they are searching for an unidentified woman who has been accused of abandoning her child in front of Blessed Clinic located in Oru Ijebu within the Ijebu North local government area. They said that the mother abandoned the child at around 6:45 a.m. on Friday, right in front of the clinic. She was discovered, by the workers at the hospital. The owner of the hospital reached out to the police station to make the report, and for now, they're investigating her whereabouts, but the child is receiving treatment at the particular clinic that she was abandoned at. But the police is also saying that this is not uncommon in Nigeria. In fact, they have a few similar cases recently. There's a little girl, they said, that was abandoned, and when she was taken to orphanages, she was refused, and so she's still in police custody, being taken care of.
Till now?
Yes, up till now, and this happened sometime in January. They said that another woman, about a 30-year-old woman, was caught trying to drown her baby as well, and that a man who was nearby saw, what was happening and rescued the baby. So this is true. This story is not new, but to have this constant report of what's happening, I feel like there's a lot that needs to be done. The Ministry of Women Affairs, let's look into this. There are some people who are unable to take care of their children. What do we have on ground? If orphanages are unable to receive these children, do we have like a place where we can go to find like a network of orphanages? So even if an orphanage in your locality can't take a child, can we spread, how can we have these children, taken care of orphanages outside the community or in different states? This is worrisome for me, really. Mm-hmm. Who's next?
Okay.
So I have a Reps story. So the House of Reps might be clashing with the president over his plan to request for a loan. $2.2 million is the proposed loan request that they expect the president to bring to the House of Assembly and House of Representatives rather, and the deputy spokesperson of the House, Mr. Phillips Agbese, has declared that the Grey Room Chamber will have no trouble approving external borrowing requests from the president. However, the Senate has already approved the loan request, but the House is expected to debate the same ahead of its approval later in the week. A group of people, however, said they are not going to. That this is the Tinubu-led administration hasn't been very prudent with the resources. Another group is saying they've been very prudent. A group of people, the standing committee, have commenced scrutiny of the loan request ahead of the constitution by the House, but they are assuring Nigerians that they would abide by the standard procedure in doing their job. The challenge now is that our debt burden is increasing. It currently stands at 136 trillion, and the deputy chairman of the committee on media and publicity in advance has issued that they would follow all the necessary steps to go ahead with the process. It's now a case of how do we justifiable? Do we get to see the proceedings so that we're sure that everything is done according to the book? Because the minority caucus have warned that they will not allow this particular law to scale through.
Okay, let me just take the story for Festus Keyamo. Yesterday was speaking concerning the note that the House of Reps had called for a revocation of the airstrip licenses of private individuals who take off from their private airstrips. If you recall, we had this conversation about a couple of months ago. So Keyamo yesterday was trying to verify or to send a message out that actually what happens is that these planes don't leave Nigeria's airspace without approval from the right authorities. So according to him, he said that including that of Bishop David Oyedepo, which was highly criticized. Keyamo made the clarification when he was speaking yesterday, said that insisted that there was no way a plane or drone, even if it belongs to the military, can leave or come into the country without first getting a nod from the agency. So according to him, if you leave from your private strip, you land first in the international airport, go through immigration before you now leave international. The same goes to when you're coming from any country, you land first international, you do the clearance. But with that, there's still ways, things, I don't know how you ensure that people are not hiding things in the plane, to smuggle stuff up. I don't know. This is a conversation I still worth having because the House of Reps are insisting that they should revoke all private licenses. But he's saying that it doesn't really matter, that they actually go through checks, security checks, before going or coming from the country.
So then they'll be complicit then. If
Well,
they're able to go away, if they're able to use the planes for smuggling.
illicit, yes.
So
That
then-
cannot happen. That's what Festus
well,
said.
that's what he's saying, but I'm saying that there's
But
a
it does
possibility.
happen.
It could there's a gap.
yeah.
Moving on to Daily Sun. Dangote Refinery slashes ex-depot price to 970 naira per litre. Nigeria, Brazil sign agreement to enhance agribusiness. Access Bank dismisses claims of missing funds. Assets verification. Okpebolo unveils 14-man panel to probe Obaseki. Nepotism responsible for Nigeria's woe, says Kuka. And Nigeria downgraded to vulnerable nation in 2024 instability index.
Okay, so SBM Intelligence Africa country instability risk index has downgraded us to drop to from our 39 place in their index from last year to 45, which means that we've dropped and joined countries like Ethiopia, Comoros, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, and Togo, and we are now among the vulnerable category of countries. According to them, our case is looking very bleak because of our socio-economic landscape, highlighting food inflation, deepening poverty, widespread insecurity are some of the key indexes that they are using. So we are here now, but the IMF had given President Bola Tinubu's reforms a nod, saying that they support it because, you know, it means that we've improved. They are insisting this betrays the hardship across the country that we can see, and that it's not as good as they claim. Across sub-Saharan Africa, the average risk score used to be 45.4% in 2024, and this they moved it down from the 47 initially. And out of these 48 countries, 31 recorded progress. But Nigeria saw our performance deteriorate, and we are now amongst this country. Other members of the group is Angola, Burundi. So I'm hopeful that if the policies turn out the way
Right.
where the IMF predicts, and as positive as the members of the presidential team thinks, will grow again.
Okay, Daily Sun, another story.
The Access Bank.
Access Bank, you can take Access Bank. If you want
Yeah,
to.
so there was a video making the rounds over the weekend, you know, and Access Bank was being accused of missing 500 million, you know, and Access Bank has come out to debunk
no
that.
loss.
Huh?
Yeah, money no loss.
Yes,
Like
they said there's 500 million or any other fund of that amount missing from their subject customers' account or from any other customer's account. They said that they and their other independent stakeholders in the banking industry have thoroughly investigated these allegations and independently arrived at the same conclusion. So this is based of investigations, and so they are also reassuring their customers that, see, they work with they operate with the highest ethical standards, and they will protect their customers' interests while also respecting privacy laws.
Okay.
So I want to tell the story of Bishop Kuka, Archbishop Kuka.
Okay, I'm sorry, your mic is back. You can't talk. Let's move on now to Daily Sun, to Vanguard. Obasanjo, Buhari, Tinubu, others unprepared, says Kuka. ECWA arrest, not solution to insecurity in Southeast, says Igbo leaders. Heritage Bank, why some customers are yet to be paid insured deposits. Probe missing 57 billion naira in humanitarian affairs ministry, Serap tells Tinubu. We created 8 out of 10 jobs in Nigeria, says NECA. And Dangote refinery slashes petrol's depot price to 970 naira per litre. Okay, which story are we taking there?
Sarah is asking the president to prove the missing 57 billion from the humanitarian ministry. And they said, according to the 2021 annual audit report by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation and the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs Poverty Alleviation in 2021 failed to account for 54 billion meant to pay monthly stipends to batch C1 N-Power volunteers and non-graduate trainees between August and December 2021. And these monies were not paid directly. According to the Deputy Director, Serap Kolawole Oluwadari, says poor Nigerians have continued to pay the price for the widespread and grand corruption in the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. So they're asking the president to urge the Minister for Justice and Attorney General of the Federation and other anti-corruption agencies to probe this allegation and get to the root of it. I'm totally in support. 2 hands in support.
Do we have time?
Finally, yes, I was going to take Simon Ekpa, but you have a story?
The price of smuggling of petrol. Take the Simon Ekpa, I think.
So Simon Ekpa, so the Igbo leaders and have said that the arrest of Simon Ekpa is not going to be the solution to the problem they have in the southeast. They noted that jailing Ekpa would not make any kind of difference unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. To them, what will reduce insecurity in the southeast is the release of Nnamdi Kanu, bringing Samuel Ekpa to Nigeria. Yes, prosecute him, as has been a mastermind of obviously many of the killings in the region, but it's the release of Nnamdi Kanu that's actually more significant. This was said by a businessman in Oka, Mr. Kingsley Okanume. He expressed his happiness with the arrest of Ekpa, and he has been the cause of insecurity. And Bishop Kuka too was speaking. Quite a number of people are happy he was arrested, but they're saying that it's more than that to get peace in the southeast.
Okay, there's time. Oh, all right. So,
go ahead, I'll dash you.
Okay, despite recent subsidy removal on our petrol, they said that it is still 58% cheaper than what is obtained in neighboring countries, with smuggling of the product persisting across borders. They did a random sampling of prices across West African nations. Nigeria, Benin, Ghana showed the average price of $1.671 per litre, which is 58% higher than 1,060 liters that is sold in Nigeria. And just because of that, a lot of smuggling is happening. They also, talk to different random people. And there was a particular businessman that says, see, I've been doing this business for many years. It's highly profitable. Especially in Niger, they depend on our petroleum products a lot. So to just buy it from Nigeria and then find a way to smuggle it. Even customs are, talking about this. They said the value of smuggled goods, that goes out is about 700 million naira, for a period.
That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.